This is my good friend Skully. What's up, Skully? Hello, everybody. He's going to show you something that's fairly interesting when it comes to the press. I want to demonstrate proper technique, and I want to show you what happens in your shoulder joint. Remember, your shoulder joint can move freely, but it's also very delicate. So when it comes to the kettlebell press, we want to understand how to do it in order to avoid injury. That's what's up. Yeah, that's right. Good gedaan, Gregory from Lebe here. We're all about kettlebells, so if you are into kettlebells, then like the video and consider subscribing and let me know in the comments if you felt any shoulder pain when it comes to your press and if this video is helpful. So let's demonstrate the press first with proper technique. Watch what I do. I got the kettlebell in the rack, elbows connected to my body. Watch me. From the front. If I demonstrate the exercise without any weights, this is what it looks like with both arms. I keep them fairly close. And now we call this elbows marry each other. And then we go up, fully extension. Then we come back down and bring the arms back in. Now when we rack the kettlebell, we got it in the rack rest position, we have our arms slightly internally rotated, or our shoulder. Yet when we go into the top fixation, we slightly externally rotate to bring the kettlebell overhead. There's one crucial aspect on why we do it. We do it for efficiency. What does that mean? What is the shortest distance between 2 points? A straight line. And this is exactly what we do when we bring our arms overhead, slightly externally rotate the arms, go up, and then we go back down again. Now most beginners have the problem that they do the following. Watch me do it. They press like this. You see? While the arm must be internally rotated when I'm in the rack rest position, when I go up, beginners keep the arm internally rotated, try to extend, and then they come back down and still have their arms internally rotated. Now this might be mobility problems, this might also be technique, this might take you some time, it may even be habits, because the strongest muscles are the ones that can internally rotate your upper arm. And the muscles that externally rotate your shoulder, these are the ones that are only a couple of muscles, and they're usually weaker. So our body tends to use that level of the least resistance, so that's why we keep our arms internally rotated. Yet we lack efficiency, because watch what I do. If I press the kettlebell up like this, internally rotated, you see I bring the kettlebell up in a straight line, so the heavy part now lays on my forearm, and it's probably on the same height than the handle. But watch me what I do when I externally rotate the arm. You see how the kettlebell now slightly points down, and now my idea is to press the handle up. Now, of course, you don't want to exaggerate, because this might also be a problem. You just want to slightly externally rotate when you go on top and when you come back down. Now let's demonstrate with Skully right here what happens. Now this is your shoulder, okay? We have the shoulder blade and we have the humerus, the upper arm, that is attached to your shoulder. And there's a couple of tendons and muscles that keep the arm locked inside the shoulder blade. Now what happens if we bring our arms overhead? The space in here, and it's also fairly limited. We have fairly limited space because you have to imagine there's muscles, bursa, ligaments, all kind of stuff that's going through. So that means we have limited space. So if we bring the arm up overhead, we decrease the space that we have on already limited territory. Another thing that I want you to focus on right now is this bigger bump and the smaller bump. The big bump on your upper arm is called greater tubercle, and the smaller bump is called lesser tubercle, and in the middle runs your biceps tendon. Now watch what happens if I internally rotate the arm, which I have to do when I rack the weight, and now I come up. Watch what happens. Can you see this? Can you see how the greater tubercle, that big bump, may connect with your acromion? This is this bump right here of your shoulder blade. So you have to imagine, as I already mentioned, we don't have a lot of space right here. And we already decrease that limited space if we bring the arm overhead. Now we additionally decrease the space if we press it up like this because of the greater tubercle. Now if I do this and I have a structure that doesn't tolerate a lot of movements, or that doesn't tolerate this additional decrease, then pain may arise. You'll be like, oh no, that hurts, so you stop pressing, which I understand. But watch what happens if I rack the weight, arm is internally rotated, now I come up and I externally rotate. Can you see how the greater tubercle now moves away from your shoulder blade and your acromion? That means we have more space, and more space means your shoulder is happy. Another common mistake that I see beginners do once they finally connect with the muscles and tendons in the shoulder blade and they understand, okay, I have to externally rotate the arm, is they have the kettlebell racked, they come up, they do externally rotate, but they also bring the elbow to the middle of their body, and then they come up. Now what does that look like? Skully, I gotta steal your spot. Let's imagine the kettlebell's racked in my left arm. Now I want to come up, so I do external rotate, but I also bring the elbow to my middle, okay? And then I come up. Now why does it happen? It happens because your shoulder's so free to move that you can do so much with it that once you come up, watch me do it, is you externally rotate, yeah, that's great, but you also, watch this, you adduct the shoulder, and then you come up. Now the shoulder, you can abduct and adduct it. So if I go, it's gonna be a little bit technical, but if I go into full extension, external rotation, and adduction, this is what it looks like. So you have to understand, that's why we always say it is so important for people to connect with their kinesthetic sense, because this has nothing to do with external or internal rotation. I can keep the arm like this and do this. I can keep it like this and do this, right? So external rotation is a isolated sensation that is happening without moving the elbows any further. So improve your kinesthetic sense and try to do this. You will see, wow, my shoulder can do so many things. Yes, and we have to mold and connect with the kinesthetic sense of our muscles to be aware of it. So if we put all the pieces together, the press is a great exercise for your rotator cuff muscles, because you have to actively engage your external rotators, and they have to stabilize the weight once it comes up. And even when you come down and I push, now I aim the elbow towards you and I come down, I still gotta keep the arm slightly externally rotated. And that's why many people, when they do it for the first time, they feel a sensation right here, because your external rotators, the small muscles, have to do additional work. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like it and consider subscribing, and let me know in the comments, do you experience pain with your shoulder? Does this help? Do you think that there's even another aspect that I left out or that I forgot, or am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. Oh no.
90 Days of Kettlebells is an online workout course for beginners who want to train at home, lose weight, and achieve lasting results without wasting time and money with crash diets and unused gym memberships. The program works as follows. You will do 3 kettlebell workouts per week that gradually increase in difficulty. You'll also build 3 powerful eating habits that have proven successful in our coaching. As the name implies, the program lasts 90 days and you will have lifelong access after purchase. We also include live accountability sessions where you will publicly state your goals. Psychology shows us that if we make our goals public, our adherence to the process and the program increases dramatically. If you have been struggling to put together an elaborate kettlebell workout system while trying to lose weight, then 90 Days of Kettlebells is for you. The price of 90 Days of Kettlebells is $59 per month for 3 months, and you can save 20% with a one-time payment of $147. We'll open registration only to a small number of new clients. Join the waiting list now to get access 24 hours before the general public. Link is in the description.